tonight right here on television. Not against some newcomer, not against somebody you don't know, but against this man right here, the U.S. male, Curtis Thompson. And look at that smile on Curtis Thompson's face. What, me worry? Famous last words, though. You need to worry about Vince Torelli because he certainly is a very capable and a very dangerous athlete. Instead of Mr. Wrestling Vince Torelli, he should be called Rattlesnake Vince Torelli because you never know when he strikes. He strikes with the suddenness and the quickness of a rattlesnake. Referee Byron Richards telling Robert Fuller to stay out of the ring, trying to get this match underway. Neither man wanting to turn his back, neither man wanting to give the advantage to the other. As you see, of course, Curtis Thompson rightfully worried about having the Tennessee stud Robert Fuller at ringside, and I don't blame him one bit. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've wrestled and I've managed as well. And I know that being a manager can oftentimes give an advantage to your wrestler. I know I hate to admit it, but on several occasions, I used my position outside the ring to distract, I should say, the officials and allow the skullduggery. And having that man outside there, especially one as treacherous as Fuller, you have to have him in the back of your mind all the time. Now, when you're wrestling a man like Vince Torelli, a man with as much skill as Torelli has, and believe me, Torelli has got a ton of wrestling skill. I can't begin to tell you how great a wrestler the man really is. When you wrestle a man like Torelli, you've got to have all your faculties about you, because at any minute this man can not only beat you, but this man can also hurt you. And you can't have all your faculties about you. You can't be concentrating 100% on the match and on Vince Torelli if you've got to worry about the Tennessee stud or Robert Fuller being outside all the time. So certainly this has got to be a problem in the mind of Curtis Thompson. As joining me once again at ringside, well, you guessed who, the Tennessee stud, Robert.
You know, I heard you making cracks.
No.
About about people having to worry about me. You know, you're about the only one. All the cracks you made out here about me, you better start watching your back and worrying about me, because I don't put up with this stuff very much. I'll tell you what, I come out here with Vinny Torelli, and then I sat here at the table. I could be over there in the corner giving him advice, but instead, I'm doing my job, the job I've been asked to do by this company, is come over here and give you some expert commentary, and that's exactly what I'm here for. Now what they need to do is get this boy, U.S. male, in the ring to do what we're out here to do in the first place, and that's wrestle, and that's not out here and pick around with the girls.
Well, hey, you just worry about commentating. You worry about Vince Torelli. What does this little game bother you? Is that the problem? Is this a psychological war of nerves? Are you worried about this match?
I can't stand a man from Carolina that's in love with himself, because if you're from a states like Carolina, you ain't got a darn thing to be in love with. Now you see.
Hey, lighten up on Carolina, Fuller. You're talking to a Tar Heel here.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't brag about it if I was you, because this TV goes more than just around the Carolinas, and people are going to hear about it, and that'll bring you down a notch or two, won't it?
Yeah,
How about it? How about Vinny Torelli? Big high knee.
We won't discuss why they don't let Tennessee into the ACC, huh? All right, as you see, Vince Torelli on top right now, the U.S. male Curtis Thompson taking advantage before the bell, jumping Thompson as he came back into the ring. Of course, that partially has to be Thompson's fault. And Torelli showing that streak of meanness has been brought out. It had to be there all along.
You're astute to look up and see that. What you see right there, you see Mr. Wrestling. That man right there knows how to apply what they call an old stretcher on you, brother.
Oh.
I mean, he's a 2x4 stretcher. He'll stretch anything he gets his hands on.
Well, he certainly got him stretched right there as he's got the left leg grapevine, the amateur move. You see him up and across on the top. Certainly that's not an amateur move right now.
Yeah, but I like it.
If he were to take it, hook inside of Thompson's right leg and come up over top, we'd have a guillotine or a pinning situation. I thought he was going to turn him into a banana split for just a second there. Another amateur type move in a pinning situation. Torelli instead choosing to administer some punishment. Fuller, in my mind, Robert, that was a mistake. He's trying to idolize you, he's trying to emulate you, and trying to add his punishment. He had a pinning predicament right there, an amateur predicament. The objective of this match is 1, 2, 3, a win, not necessarily to cripple your opponent.
Hey, I'll tell you what, there's only one word for what he does for me, and that means he loves me. When Stud talks, this boy listens. Like
just
Marilyn.
like Bubba, right?
When I walk in that dressing room and I start talking, that place hush right up, you can hear a pin drop, because they care what I'm going to say. It's because I'm not a normal individual. I got the news, and I don't mind telling it to my friends.
Gee willikers. Well, you know, that's another time you and I agreed. You definitely are not a normal individual. Jeez.
See, we're dealing with some harassment right here. What he's doing is Benny Torelli's taking him down.
Oh, look at
he
this.
Was lucky.
The U.S.
He was lucky to come up on his feet there.
Down goes Torelli. Thompson, Torelli up for a monkey flip. Thompson showing tremendous agility, 260 pounds.
Referee, he's using the fist in there.
Oh, he's using.
He
got
used
an arm
the
bar.
fist. He blasted him right. He blasted him right in the face with his fist in order to get him in a position where he could put it on him. Now Benny's tried to play this thing straight. It's about to stop.
Like the devil's hind leg. Gee whiz. Man, what match are you watching?
I'll tell you one thing. Somebody better tell this referee, whatever his name is. I got a tablet out here, and I'm taking down names, hotshot.
Byron Richards is his name.
Yeah, Byron Richards. I'll tell you, you might not be seeing much of Byron Richards. I got anything to do with it. See if Benny could reach out there and just knock a hole in him. That's what I'd like to do. Get in there and watch his hair, referee.
Well, the referee, Byron Richards, of course, one of the premier officials of South Atlantic Pro Wrestling, doing a whale of a job just because he doesn't happen to be from Tennessee and just because he doesn't have a blind eye to Robert Fuller and his people. Look at here. Fireman's carry, outstanding fireman's carry. Vince Torelli, a combination of pain and disbelief on his face.
This is the same referee, the same one right here that caused me the problem.
Yes, sir, he is. He's the one that called.
Leroy Ramsey called a match where I was the champion. I won the belt back to Paul Jones. This referee right here, I remember him.
A little bit of wrestling clinic going on here from the U.S. male, Curtis Thompson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you as much of this match as we can. As I say, you've heard me say in the past, if you're not here for the live events, oftentimes you're going to miss some of the matches that go on. And I'm sorry for you, but we got to pay the bills, and I know you understand that. So we're going to break away for these commercial messages, and we'll be back with more South Atlantic Pro Wrestling right after this.
From J2 Communications.
Same change in attitude that we see. Look at here, a block, a second block. No, a suplex on the floor. A suplex on the concrete floor, and both men are down. This floor is made of concrete, and both men are prone. Byron Richards making the call. 3's the count. 4's the count. 5's the count. Richards trying to let these guys wrestle, trying not to count it out. Let the fans see the whole match. You got to give a lot of credit to referee Byron Richards. Referee Byron Richards has certainly tried to let the guys wrestle, that's for sure. In for the cover. 1, 2, and a foot across the ropes makes the save. A second time, and once again, how many more things can he tie up? Finally, it's the strength of Curtis Thompson. Breaks free from the pin. Torelli going back to definitely no amateur wrestling, going back into the chokehold. And you see it right here, the U.S. male Curtis Thompson having his share of problems. He sure needs to mount an offense right now. Thompson needs to do something. Just draped across the ropes, not in good shape. Tennessee stud Robert Fuller in very close proximity, just offside that screen, and I do not like that at all. And you see the problems right now for this man right here, a former member of the stud stable, the U.S. male Curtis Thompson. A lot of animosity, a lot of bad blood. Thompson, of course, thinking himself to be the perfect male specimen, and we all know what the Tennessee stud thinks of himself. It's certainly his favorite subject. Those two met head on. They just exploded. Thompson, of course, to be the killer of the stud stable. It did not work out that way. Thompson definitely had a mind of his own when there wasn't a friend in sight. Whoa, DDT! DDT, and Vince Torelli is down in the middle of the ring. Thompson needs to regain his senses right now. That's for sure. Curtis Thompson definitely needs to regain his senses. Thompson to his feet. Thompson, the first man to his feet. Small package, Oklahoma hayride. 1, 2, but not quite 3. Thompson unable to hold on. Vince Torelli, a very powerful athlete in his own right. Backslide. He's got him. Does he have him down? Yes, he does. 1, 2, and the title on the line. The belt right here beside me. The South Atlantic Heavyweight Championship belt. Crisscross they go. Crisscross down. No. Ring the bell. That's it. Referee Byron Richards is calling for the disqualification. Byron Richards calling for the disqualification. But the U.S. male, Curtis Thompson, not going to hear anything of it. Curtis Thompson, the winner. I'm being told here, referee. Referee. Here's the belt back to the referee. But Curtis Thompson now, oh no, he ducked. He ducked and Torelli hit the post. Torelli may have broke the hand himself. He just threw a right hook right into that post as there was nobody home with Curtis Thompson. Vince Torelli now, the hand may be broke. He hit that post very flush. And now it's the U.S. male, Curtis Thompson, from behind. Look out, the Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller. Fuller. Thompson, or Torelli throwing those right hands. I don't guess it's broke, but he sure pounded that post. Torelli, he's just in rage. He feels no pain right now. He is just in rage. We need some help. Curtis Thompson, a man without a country right now. And here comes the War Eagle, Chris Chavis, Jackie Fulton. And finally, it's 3-on-2. Jones's Rangers against the stud stable. Jones's Rangers going to work on the stud stable. And for the first time, Biz Torelli knows what it's like to feel the brunt of Jones's Rangers. Curtis Thompson, the U.S. male War Eagle Chris Chavis. Now the Pit Bulldogs are in the ring, and the stud stable once again has the advantage. It's 5-on-4 to the stud stable. The stud stable, the Tennessee Stud, the Pit Bulldogs, Vince Torelli carrying it to Jackie Fulton, carrying it to War Eagle Chavis, and to the U.S. male Curtis Thompson. It's Rangers and stud stable, Rangers and stud stable. If they ever needed their inspirational leader, Paul Jones, it's right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Rangers getting just beat up and desperately beat up. Look at here. Paul Jones is in the ring. Paul Jones in a 2x4. Paul Jones in a 2x4. Jones is the newest member of the stud stable, a 6-foot 2x4. Unbelievable. Paul Jones walking tall in the middle of the ring. I do not believe what I have seen. Paul Jones, he is back, and he is back with a fury, and we'll be back too right after this.